I remember being angry all day long and thinking all day long, I'm going to snap. And it wasn't initially Ella. I thought about the babysitter. I thought about going down the street, and I thought about hurting a stranger. I don't remember exactly what point I decided it's going to be Ella. It almost seemed like it was a dream, like it hadn't just happened. Because I had left the room and everything, and I was just hyperventilating. And then I had walked back in, and I had looked, and I had seen Ella and what I did. And it hit me like a punch in the gut that, no, I really just did that. And I called 911.
Abilene 911.
Hello?
Abilene 911, go ahead.
I actually killed somebody.
You think you killed somebody?
No, I know I did. My sister.
Okay, where's your sister now?
She's in the bed.
Is she breathing?
No, I looked. I feel so messed up.
Okay, calm down, okay? I want you to stay on the phone with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your sister's name?
Her name is Ella. Ella Bennett.
How old is Ella?
4.
She's 4 years old? How old are you?
13.
Is she bleeding anywhere?
Yeah, she's bleeding all over the bed. Because I stabbed her.
What did you stab her with?
A knife.
Okay, where'd you stab her?
Lots of places.
Okay, Paris, where's the knife?
It's on the bed with her. I didn't mean to.
I know, Paris. Okay, I want you to stay calm for me, okay? Okay, listen to me. Paris? Paris?
I woke up, and I was hallucinating.
You were hallucinating?
Yes, and I thought my sister was a demon, and I killed her.
I want you to start CPR, okay? What I want you to do is take her off the bed.
No, I know for a fact that she's dead because
do you want to go ahead and try? It might still help, okay?
No, I don't think it'll help because...
Come on, Paris, work with me.
I know I stabbed her lots of times.
Okay. Paris?
Yes?
Take her off the bed and put her on the floor.
Okay, hold on. Please don't hang up.
I'm not hanging up on you.
I thought she was a demon.
Okay.
Okay, she's on the floor, but I can't stay here because she's all bloody and
Paris, what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands on her chest, okay? And I want you to push 30 times. I want you to count.
Okay.
All the way to 30, and then blow 2 breaths in her mouth, okay?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Paris, we put it down.
But it wasn't an accident.
This is Ella's ball pit. We're joining off at Ella's ball pit. This is the suspect of the dirty diapers. What do you have to say, Ella? Look at the baby, Ella!
As a child, Paris was known as charismatic, likable, and had above-average intelligence, with an 141 IQ. When his younger sister Ella was born, he seemed to show resentment that he was no longer the center of attention, something his mother, Charity, had also struggled with as a child. In the summer of 1980, when Charity was just 6 years old, police found her father, Bobby Bennett Jr.'s body in his home. He had been shot several times in the back of the head, like an execution. Charity's mother, Kyla Bennett, soon became a prime suspect in the murder. Although the couple had been separated for some time, they remarried just 57 hours before the murder during a whirlwind trip to Vegas. A jury later acquitted her. As a teen, Charity intentionally became addicted to drugs in an attempt to get her mother, Kyla's attention, but she never showed interest. This addiction gripped Charity for years, and shortly before her child's murder, she relapsed. It's now believed to be Paris's breaking point.
Mom, what's your least favorite word?
Least favorite word?
Or sentence? Your least favorite sentence?
I don't know.
You know Charity's children?
Here.
On February 4th, 2007, Charity hired a babysitter as she had to work late at Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant. Super Bowl weekend drew more customers than usual. Around 10 p.m., Paris was able to convince the babysitter to leave the house. About an hour and a half later, the 13-year-old went into Ella's room, choked and sexually assaulted her as he stabbed her 17 times. Before he called 911, the teen first phoned a school friend for about 6 minutes. And the CPR he told the dispatcher he was doing was a lie, too.
I did not try to perform CPR. I took the phone and I left the room. And I remember counting into the phone to make the operator think that I was doing CPR.
Paris was arrested sometime before 12:30 a.m. He was charged in juvenile court and pleaded guilty to capital murder. The 13-year-old was additionally diagnosed as a psychopath.
Do you think you understand what love is? I mean, are you capable?
I don't really know how to answer that question. It's not simple, so I can't just point at something and say, okay, that's love. I recognize it easily.
As they say, it's like asking a colorblind person to describe the color red. They can't do it. He can't describe love because he can't feel it.
He doesn't feel anything.
With the focus on the years leading up to the brutal murder, chilling instances would become public knowledge in small pieces. Despite the chances of Paris being rehabilitated, he will be eligible for parole in February 2027, halfway through his 40-year sentence. The motive for the murder was Paris's resentment toward his mother. He said he believed the best way to emotionally damage her was to take away one of her children.
Every time he says, because I've heard him say that before, that he felt alone or left out, I'm always amazed. Like, where did that feeling come from? Because for the longest time, he was my only child. Life revolved around Paris.
This didn't change how Charity initially saw him. She maintained contact with her son and controversially introduced him to his brother, Phoenix, who was born a few years later. However, in 2021, Charity said she had cut communication with Paris after learning he was involved with a woman who was on bond 2 hours away from where she lived. That woman had allegedly planned a mass shooting. Over the years, the murder has gained extensive attention, including a documentary, The Family I Had, and an ITV interview with broadcaster Piers Morgan. What has also come to light was that there may have been multiple indications that something would go horribly wrong. For example, Paris was playing with Ella and another little girl when he broke their toy. When Ella got upset, Charity scolded her son and put him in timeout. While she had stepped away for a minute, one of the housekeepers shouted that Paris had grabbed a kitchen knife and bolted out the door. When they finally tracked him down, he was waving the knife at them. His grandmother managed to grab the blade, and Charity wrapped her arms around him. After that, the teen was admitted to a nearby psychiatric facility. But his mother grew frustrated with the doctors after having him there for a week, claiming that they refused to communicate with her, which led her to believe that they weren't doing enough to assess or treat Paris. The facility gave Charity some basic discharge papers when she picked him up, and the family moved for a fresh start. That was a year before the 13-year-old stabbed his little sister to death. When Charity finally received the full file from the facility, she was shocked that the doctors had made notes about her son's obsession with killing. The facility has not publicly responded to what was discussed with the mother and would be unlikely to for patient information protection. Paris Bennett has since moved to an adult prison. If he is not granted parole, he will be released at 53 years old in 2047. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.